we come to you live on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Joining me tonight, the pride of Plainfield, New Jersey. It's Jay Williams.
Ed, you continue to surprise me, my man. I didn't know you knew about the Queen City.
All I know is you're the king in that town, in the Garden State.
Well, we're going to find out who the king is on the court this evening.
Thompson. And that's the start they wanted here on the road.
Execution is everything. I love the sharpness and precision they came out with in that first possession.
A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Paul George, a couple of free throws on the way. A career 84% free throw shooter. And he connects on the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Knocked loose. Clippers have it. So important to take care of the basketball. Easy two on the other end after the turnover.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
Curry. His first effort off the mark. To Paul George. Can't slam it down. Nothing's going to stop him in pursuit of the basketball. Warriors basketball. D'Angelo Russell buries the trifecta.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Kawhi Leonard against the former Cougar. To Beverly. Gets a shot up off the mark. To Russell. Yes, D'Angelo Russell. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Rotate.
Leonard to George. Gets to the basket and scores.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
They'll get it down to Green. Thompson. It's good. Defense has to pick things up.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the three.
Leonard. Rebounded by Russell. To Green. Draymond Green. Missed his first. That one goes.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
To Leonard. Going to launch beyond the arc. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Cauley Stein. Driving is Green, but he can't finish. Leonard. Off the mark. To Thompson. Nice pass to set things up. And finishes. Draymond takes it out on the rim. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Leonard. His first quarter struggles from deep continue. It's no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Curry. He'll take that any day.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Now Doc Rivers gonna call a timeout here. His guys find themselves down double digits already in this first quarter. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. George, defended by Draymond Green, has a chance. Beverly shot no good.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Livingston to Thompson. Yes, Klay Thompson. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Nothing going here on that drive. Knocked loose. Add 2 points to the board.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next-level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. Lead is 12. That misses with 2 seconds to go. That'll do it for the first quarter. The Warriors enjoying some breathing room right now. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter.
Everyone gets free pizza.
Leonard. And he stays cold from deep as he misses another one. It's no good. Shot from the lane won't go. From the painted area, won't go down. It's LA Clippers ball to Leonard. Trying to cash in. Shot for Leonard, no good.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropping.
Knocked loose. Clippers have got it. Beverly. Can't miss those. Thompson to bring it into the front court. Up a dozen. And it's Beverly there to grab the rebound. Leonard to Beverly. Curling inside. No good. Defense catching a break there. Another follows. Still no good.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
Thompson buries it.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, but that was nice.
Williams into the front court. Trailing by 15. Leonard. It's good. Thompson to bring it into the front court. He'll run the offense. He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
Timeout called here by the Clippers as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Beverly into the front court. Down by 15. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Oh, they call the foul, Jay.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Knocked loose. Clippers have it. Leonard. Too easy. Defense has to communicate.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
We get a whistle and a timeout by Golden State as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
State Warriors, number 30, Stephen Curry.
Curry. Steph Curry. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that three despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
Leonard. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Thompson to bring it into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Beyond the arc for three. Textbook defense. To Paul George. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go to Thompson. It goes down.
Klay isn't usually a guy that goes to the bucket. He usually pulls up for threes, but that was a nice, easy lay-in right there.
To Alec Burks. And counted at the rim.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Steph Curry. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
Curry, obviously the greatest shooter we've ever seen. Yeah, I said it. But he's so good at driving and using his body to shield off the contact.
Steve Kerr gets some new personnel on the floor. Williams across the timeline. Counting down toward a minute to go in this first half.
That's his first personal.
Kawhi Leonard at the line for 2 shots. A career 84% free throw shooter. First free throw is good. Able to convert on both free throws. Curry with the ball. Fires the 3. And the rebound taken in by George. Kawhi Leonard against the native of Sweden. To George. Beverly. Leonard. Now that's a contest.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
A drive to the basket, but it somehow stays out.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen. first half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. LA Clippers with the basketball. Paul George to Leonard. Surveys the floor. Oh, a whistle.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
George buries it on the catch and shoot.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Thompson. Oh, he's been on target from downtown, Jay. He's 5 of 7 from 3.
Yeah, he's been able to knock down those shots by having great spacing on the floor. His teammates deserve the credit as much as he does.
Paul George is going to get a chance at 3 here. Hasn't missed yet. First one, count it. Second and 3, got it. Off the mark. 2 for 3 on this trip. Thompson. Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Kawhi Leonard is going to get 3 shots here. He's perfect from the line so far. Off the mark on the first free throw. Second and 3 is good. Russell with it up top. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. And Draymond Green throws it down.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
George knocks it down.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Curry to Russell. To Thompson. Here's a chance from long range. Message received. Well defended.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Great look and vision. Ah, the monster stuff. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Warriors have the basketball. Lets it fly from long range, and Stephen Curry. We say it time and time again. Not much the defense could have done there. He has an uncanny approach to the game.
And did you see that? His eyes are his deadliest weapon. When he steps over half court, when he looks at the rim, that naturally throws the defender off. It makes the defender lean just a little bit. And just that millisecond of you wondering what he's going to do, splash is enough for him to exploit it.
Ah, rocking the rim. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
To Paul George. 4-3. And Paul George good on the quick release there. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
D'Angelo Russell bothered just enough on that one. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Draymond Green swats it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Thompson. Deep right corner. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
George, it's good, and the foul, and he's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
The defender cannot be caught with his hand staying in the cookie jar. What I mean, contesting that pocket. You have to keep that hand going in and out, going in and out. Keep the offensive player thinking about where your hands are at all times.
To Shaun Livingston. Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop. George to Williams. George, how's this for a hot start? He's 5 of 5 from three-point range.
And I get mesmerized every time I watch him shoot. Great release, up and down, comes down in the same spot every time.
Thompson, he's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Down low for Leonard, and finishes strong. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first three have lived up to the billing.
Livingston to bring it up. His guys can get a 2-for-1 if they time this out. The pass taken away by the Clippers. To Leonard. Williams to Leonard. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and Kawhi Leonard buries the three with a hand in his face.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing, Ed.
Spinning shot won't fall. The follow won't go either. That ends the third quarter. Scoreboard says it's all even. The Warriors with the basketball to begin the fourth quarter. And this game's been everything we could have hoped for. All tied up after 3.
This is what happens when you have winners on both sides. People who are not willing to give up and will continue to scrape and claw to get themselves in a position to win this ballgame.
And Paul George, not sure why they left him that wide open, takes advantage.
You live by the 3, you die by the 3. And guess what? They're living large right now.
And Steph Curry dials in from 3. His instincts are unnatural, but what makes him so good given the work he's put in?
The special thing about Stephen Curry is that his entire life he has practiced great habits. A lot of players practice and get up shots, but they don't practice the right habits, and that comes with the lineage. His father, Dell Curry, making sure that he puts in the time and effort, but the proper skill with the time and the effort.
Williams to George. Warriors have the basketball. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. Up by 3. No good. That's great defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Leonard. We get a whistle. In the eyes of the ref, he meant it. Intentional foul.
They're probably going to take another look at that one later, but it didn't look good live. Luckily, no one got hurt.
Oh, stolen by the Warriors.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in the playoff game, it will.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
George, that right there, Jay, his 8th three of the game. He is putting on a show.
He's defying physics with that jumper. He's not even holding his foul through.
Here's Curry with it up top. 2-point advantage. He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Kawhi Leonard against Klay Thompson. To Paul George for 3. Rare miss the way he's been shooting. Shot's no good. To Thompson. From long range. Can't go down. Smothering defense. Leonard. Tough shot. He hits.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
Curry to Green. Five to shoot for Golden State. Curry off the iron. No good. The follow won't go either. Strong finish for Paul George.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
Thompson. Great defense, forcing the miss. To George. Ruling is there was intent. It's an intentional foul.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to draw up on the next play. That's good clock management thus far.
Subbing in for the Los Angeles Clippers, number 22, Maurice Harkless.
George matched up with the two-time MVP. Fires the 3. The hot night continues. He's hit 9 threes here tonight.
Uh-oh, someone's getting towards that single-game record territory. He's having that kind of night.
It's Steph at the controls. To Russell. Going to launch beyond the arc. Too good to leave that wide open. D'Angelo Russell hits.
I know the refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Harkless, guarded by Klay Thompson. George, 10 threes for him now in the game, Jay. Just astonishing.
And I can't believe what I'm seeing. It's only happened 30-something times since the three-point line went into effect in 1979. Goes to show you how big of a night he's having.
How old were you back then?
I was not born yet, my friend.
Boom, baby. To Leonard. And count the basket.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Now the Warriors gonna call a timeout. They'll need a quick shot and then likely a quick foul in what is now a 2-possession game. Curry. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
And throws it down. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.